Since the beginning of the year, and with the help of my astrology year planner, I've been releasing with every full moon and setting intentions with every new moon. I followed the zodiac months as they are, aligning it to where the sign is in my chart and focusing on that area of life for a month. This helped teach me patience and notice things just happen if I focus on what I feel I am meant to. Surrendering to my lessons, shadows, criticism, mirroring, and facing all that gets brought up to let go of has made my steps lighter. I've felt accelerated while resting around a new and lovely friend, while navigating a connection now in a more conscious state. I stayed in a town, Oxford, North Carolina, for almost 3 months, relishing in a manifestation I've asked for since my homeless journey began. A comfy home to rest as long as I like while creating and working in a safe place. Also, a connection that isn't stemmed from pain or is painful. These past few weeks leading up to the harvest full moon and then the Libra solar eclipse, I've been working to release karmic energies within connections to stop the pattern I'm used to experiencing within people, standing strong in boundaries, trusting and applying my discernment to stay disciplined in receiving what I've been desiring, holding space and love for people in my life, yet not placing everyone at the top when they haven't shown me what it takes to get there. Coming into understanding, I don't have to give everything to someone to receive something. That if I accept myself fully in all areas, I can do that for others as well. Even if it means connections don't go in specific ways I think it should, all really will play out for the best. Something I personally needed to learn in my journey is that if things don't work out romantically, doesn't mean they can't be in my life at all. An old habit of all or nothing. Now I can love someone, hope that it could be romantic, and understand individually it just wouldn't be for the best from a higher perspective. A mutual understanding with a conversation of healthy discomfort happened often. There will be no regrets because of how much we talked about our own perspectives while listening to each other's. A part of me wants to keep repeating if only things were different, kind of holding on to him and things like that. The other part of me is saying all is meant to happen as it is. It's a weird place to be. Something I'm grateful for is that my time here has encouraged my ability to be seen. Having someone comfy to collab with and expand creatively with was something I held myself back from for a long time. Honestly, in fear of how this could affect my future, mainly romantically. I held onto the thought of my person coming in soon after all this healing I've done. I know how much of a lover girl I am. Picturing showering my love to someone who knows how to receive and reciprocate it has been a motivator for me, yet a hindrance. Still thinking of other people before me. I love seeing where I end up because I know I'm meant to go there. Spiritually, I can see why I was brought here, and I'm grateful to have impacted them as much as they impacted me, both for the better. I've learned to love unconditionally towards another person. He's someone I would love to see again. It's been a long time since I had to grieve somewhere I'm leaving. There were attachments formed here that was a process to release. We both opened up to each other's hearts more, and if that's not what I meant to do here, I don't know what is. From a higher perspective, I know I meant to make the steps I have. I've been waiting on inspired action for weeks. When I got it, moves were made quick, and it had me wondering after if any of it was wrong. Eventually, the ease of it all strengthened my trust in myself. Still, to love someone and have to let them go is heartbreaking, no matter what title may be behind it. I shortly found myself contacting someone I felt good energy from, asking if they had a space at their house. They replied within a day with excitement. I messaged them more to get a feel and decided to book a ticket to leave within a 5-day period. The catalyst for these quick movements was heart-crushing clarity I had been asking for weeks. I was really hoping it wouldn't be painful, like an ending. But from my observations, to fully energetically leave a place, I have to feel like there's nothing left to fight for. As a Scorpio moon that wants to invest emotionally, it usually takes a lot for me to leave a place. Knowing there was never intentional harm, just misunderstandings from differences of characters, I don't blame him for the triggers that came up. My inner child was so happy I spoke up on them with clarity and set boundaries that needed to continue the relationship with grace. I love who I've become during these years in Hermit, and I'm so grateful to apply it towards my friend. There were many moments I could have reacted with pain goggles and old behaviors. Instead, I observed the old tendency. I took time and chose to respond different. So much patience learned, so much patience applied to myself and others. It's what's making the rest of my journey from here on out actually more exciting. To rest and enjoy each day as it comes, consistent with small steps forward and taking big action when inspired or motivated. It's been that flow for me for the past month for sure. My first fated event I witnessed since putting on these patient goggles were leaving a comfort zone with so much love. My heart is with this place, and watching myself move towards another unknown in a new state while feeling all these things, I'm so proud to just feel this newness within me. I don't know how much I can say I love him and all I've experienced being here. It's just felt so deeply, and I won't ever forget this moment, and I won't ever forget them. It's so new for me to feel this way, leaving somewhere, and in the same breath, I know I'm going towards my North Node, my soul mission. I feel so sure in who I am, who I'm becoming, what my vision is, what I'm meant to do here. All of that is so clear. The more I allow things to unfold, ask for help when needed, trust myself through the process, learn through all the lessons needed to, that's what I feel what life is. Just constant experience, releasing, feeling. I mean, what else? Just came back from the doctors. This is the first time I've been to the doctors in a while, actually. It's because I've had kind of concerns of bacterial vaginosis, also a UTI, and I had both of those checked today. That test also does STI checks. This is your reminder. Give all your hygiene and genital love and care. It's our magical space. We gotta take care of her. I'm really, really grateful for the help I received to be able to do this test. I got a doctor's appointment done in the US as a Canadian citizen. So I'm really grateful I got help. There was a lovely Plato's Closet nearby. Something I wanted recently was a new jacket because the jackets I have, they're good fall jackets, but it's getting into, colder season. I get cold easily, so it's time. I feel so spoiled because right now, Canada is snowing. I'm not in snow and I feel really happy about it. I really like it. I'm not meant to be near snow. I like how pretty it is, but to live in it is not for me. Look at this beautiful jacket. I really wanted something with poof and the inside is super warm. I know Lululemon is not the most ethical jacket or brand. I do know that, but the fact that it's secondhand makes it feel a little bit better for me. I think this is actually reversible because the inside looks fire. This looks fire. Oh, this is a reversible jacket. I'm so happy about it. I got it for $60. I'm so happy about this. The fact that it's pink brings in this kind of loving energy I don't have within my jacket wardrobe selection. I also got a couple shirts that you'll probably see me wear. I've been noticing the energy, they're really just be watching these animals. They look like dogs. We saw a coyote on the highway earlier, just chilling. I've been feeling sick over the last couple days. First, my nose was just super stuffy and congested, and I just assumed it's because I'm around animals, like 2 cats and 2 dogs, which I absolutely love. I really do, but my body's just not used to it. I haven't been around animals like this since like 3 years ago, so it's just a lot to get used to, which I'm not complaining at all, but my body's definitely like eh. Then it turned into something else last night. It almost turned to like a cold because my head started getting heavy and I just like was so drowsy. Today I woke up feeling much better, though you could kind of hear the nasally still, like that's still there, but it's not as intense as yesterday, so I'm grateful. I'm already healing by the day. My appetite is still, I'm not gonna even be hard on myself when it comes to food. My relationship with food, it's doing its best. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't force myself to eat things if I don't want to, but at the same time, I don't know what I want to eat. Like it's just, so the only thing I know I can down for sure are smoothies. But when I drink smoothies, it makes me instantly crave salty foods right away. So normally I try to eat like, I get something with it, and I'm not really eating too much of the salty thing. So I think I just need to start small and focus on that instead of worrying about what I'm not eating and not able to eat. Something also new is just the fact that I have my own room to stay in while I'm here. Like this is the person I'm staying with's room, but they said they prefer to sleep downstairs. Grateful because this is the first time I've been able to close my own door, sit in my own energy. One of my favorite things to do also in my room is just to stare out the window and just stare at the clouds. I have medication for my UTI. I normally have tried to home remedy it with baking soda, like drinking it with water. It's so gross, but it's so effective. And when I say effective, I mean like I could start bleeding from the UTI while peeing, and then if I drink this concoction of baking soda with water, and then I chase it with juice or something, like the blood will go away. The pain will go away. I've been doing that since I learned about it last September. I'm just happy to be in a space to take care of my kitty because she deserves the world, especially since I kind of reclaimed sex. I want to be celibate again. I feel like since the last time I've been celibate, I've learned a lot about myself again. The difference from when I first went celibate to now is that back then I really needed to learn how to call back my sexual energy. Like I was just on dating apps, just freely trying to get attention from anyone. Honestly, it was really bad. I saw what it was like through the empowerment of being celibate back then, and then seeing like my experiences with people from then till now, it makes me want to reclaim my sexual energy again. Those times, especially the first couple experiences after my celibate journey, it was definitely out of like temptation and loneliness, and it was not even on their part, it was me who was the one who initiated it. It's just a learning experience. I got to learn about myself through each of those times. Most recent one, we had like a really strong connection. It's hard for me to want to do that so fast and do that again without coming back to myself first. I feel like what I went through, even though it wasn't a romantic relationship, we still had very intimate connection in more ways than just simply physical. I can't imagine just doing the old me habit of going into another relationship and just doing that again so quick. I just want to remember who I am first. Those 3 months, seeing someone every day, it feels like longer, especially with how much you can get to know someone in that span of time. It's a lot more intimate. I am glad to kind of be in a space to regroup and find myself again, because I honestly was noticing I was getting lost in that connection, an old habit of mine. Being alone in this space before Canada, I feel like it was meant to happen. I'm really grateful. I can't say that enough. I say that so much every day. The way that everything happened and flowed didn't surprise me, and that's the fun part. It's just that I could see the adventure wait for me the more I would release and learn through my lessons. I learned so much in North Carolina about myself and about how to be with other people and how I truly want to be with other people. Where I had a conversation with my coach about abortion and how I'm really passionate about how I want people to be more aware before having kids, just aware of themselves. Something I said to her was, it's not your mother's calling, it's your inner child screaming. That saying in itself was something I had to come through with my own experience. I had a pregnancy scare at 20 and I truly really wanted a kid. Like I wanted the baby so bad, I remember. And it's because I was like, oh yeah, this is my mother's calling. I got it. I know how to take care of people. Yeah, this is it. When it didn't happen, I was so disappointed. And when I actually got pregnant at 25, I really didn't want the baby. I was more aware. I was more aware of, I wasn't living the life I personally want to live yet, so how can I bring another baby into it? That's just how I felt. But that's not how I felt at 20, and I was in a different circumstance, but it also could have been, not good for me. I probably would have been in Calgary still. That's the part right there that we were both kind of like going back and forth on, and it made me realize this is what I'm supposed to do. Like everything I've experienced in my life has a communicative, teachable moment that I can express myself. I just need to know how I want to do that. I'm doing that slowly and in a way through my, TikToks and Instagram and stuff like that, like my smaller vids and YouTube. But I know I can see myself doing this on a bigger scale. Like I want to host events, I want to talk to crowds, I want to learn how to talk to crowds. I feel like I have the key to help a lot of people all at once from sharing my story. This is something I actually have known for a long time, but this is the first time I've actually said it out loud, and I'm gonna post about it. This is something I know I'm meant to do. Talk about and help people through healing. Right now, I need people in my life who support that vision much more than what I have had going on for a while. I'm so happy to fulfill my desire to collab in the 18 plus space. That's something I wanted to do for a long time, so I'm really glad I didn't hold myself back anymore and got encouraged not to hold myself back anymore. Now I feel like my work is way beyond that. Like that's still gonna be there. It's still fun to do for me, but I know it's not a priority anymore. Shifting in between how I already know I'm making money to how I want to make money, but I don't know what that looks like exactly yet. I have my programs that I want to get started. I have my tarot reads that are also available, though I know it's more than that. We'll just see, day by day, see what happens, see what comes. Every time I feel like I want to be stressed out about what I'm doing, I just make myself release. I just say, it'll happen. Something will happen. Something will come to you. And when I say that, it's just because I just feel stumped. But when I say something will come to you, it makes me feel like I'm opening myself up to anything, any ideas that help me feel stumped in that moment. But there's no point in being like, oh my god, I need to get out of this stump. You're just gonna keep digging it in. My personal experience, anyways. I'm really excited to see how I'm gonna end up back in Canada and how this passport thing is gonna be resolved. I can't even worry about it anymore. Even old programming, like, oh my god, you don't know what you're gonna do in Canada. Oh my god, you don't even know. Like all of that doesn't even come to my mind anymore. Now I'm just like, enjoy where you are right now. And I truly am enjoying where I am right now. To lay on this bed, I am living a koala life right now where I get up just to go to the washroom. That's it. I've been getting my energy enough to want to do some walking. My friend is free. We do explore a little bit. There's nice balance. So much of my energy is coming back to me in ways that I didn't even expect it to. It's so important to have these kind of moments, y'all, to see myself crave, you know, people, connections, and then at the same time to crave my quiet and lonely times. It's a really nice balance. It's a really nice balance. So if you're someone who like operates like that, give yourself grace that it's okay to operate like that, and it doesn't even have to be like half where you're like, no, I have to be social for half of the week and then not. No, it's just depends on the day. Just take it day by day. For the past 3 days I've been just in the room, just really in the room, like this is the koala life. But then because I knew the doctor's appointment was today, I was extra excited for the fact that I'm going to be doing stuff. It's really good to know that within yourself. I love using astrology for that reason, because you can see a baseline of your energy and where you might feel more called to put your energy. For example, I'm a Leo. I like to do stuff. Like I am always adventurous, and I also have air and water in my chart. And air is also as fluid as fire, where you want to like do stuff and expand on things. But my water wants like these quiet grounding moments where I just, okay, I need me time. I really need to feel all these things myself, live in my quiet space. The state is so beautiful. I'm really glad to adventure it because it is different than what I've seen so far. This is my third state in the US. I've been to Cherry Hill, New Jersey, Oxford, North Carolina, and the most I will say is that I'm in the Southwest. Changed time zones. It's so fun to, as soon as I switched time zones, there was something that nostalgic. I'm back on the West Side, and the last time I was in Calgary, and there was something about it that made me feel like, oh shit, it kind of feels familiar. Something that's just could be the same from here and there is that they're pretty dry. This October was super crazy. I truly didn't even, if you asked me if I was gonna move in October at the beginning, I'd probably be like, I don't know how, what? That's crazy. And big moves were made. That eclipse energy did something, and I would just flow. Let's see what this next one brings. So grateful for this one. Oh, this year has been fucking crazy.